Okay, the first song I'm going to do is called Atlas. How have you been? And it's a favorite poem of mine and my kid when he was this big. He's now 6'5". And I liked the poem so much that I thought I'd put it to music. And it doesn't have any rhymes. And to make it as song-like as possible, there's a bass line progression that sort of tells you, hey, this is a song. At least I hope it does, because the rhymes don't. The shape of the world is either a box or a bag, and a box-shaped world has corners, and a bag-shaped world is either open or closed, and somebody holds the bag. Now whether the world is oblong, square, or rhomboid, rings twisted into each other's grooves, the world's eternal change, the change from box to bag, corners to circles and back to corners, from rings to oblongs and back, and repeating the twist from box to bag, bag to box, and this is what we were talking about. As thunder crashed and lightning forked black rain, we decided the earth all mapped and measured now. We just fly around it, the strong man Atlas stood under the ball. So we make a salute. We say, Atlas, how are you? How have you been? We say, hey Atlas, how are you? How have you been? We decided at last, could the world be a box when awake? And while we slept it changed to bag and pack. Our forgetful sleep is shifting and strange. And what would you rather have than sleep? What would you rather have than sleep? The shape of the world is either a box or a bag, and a box-shaped world has corners, and the bag-shaped world is either open or closed, and somebody holds the bag. Somebody holds the bag. Thank you. That was Carl Sandburg, who of course was a guitar player and a folk singer himself, but I don't know that he ever put any of his own stuff to music. Maybe he did.
So Jim's first song, the Sandburg poem that referenced Atlas, has me inspired to do a song that I wrote a few months ago now, about a different Greek god. I was reading the hymns to the Greek gods, and there's a hymn to Hermes, the Homeric hymns, although Homer didn't write them. And inspired me to think about the hymn to Hermes from a different perspective. So the Cliff Notes version of the hymn to Hermes is this, that Zeus begat Hermes through a dalliance with Maya, the wood nymph that visited her in the cave, out issued Hermes and so forth. And Hermes had a very active first day of his life. He became very big very quickly, he went on a big adventure. He tried to trick a turtle. He actually tricked a turtle and said, "Turtle, your death would make a beautiful sound." He wanted to make a guitar out of the turtle. He wanted to make the first lyre, the first lute, the first lyre. And he did. And he carried on, and he stole Apollo's herd, had a big roast, made an offering to the gods, pissed off Apollo. A lot of stuff happened. And to curry favor with Apollo, brokering a peace deal with Zeus, he essentially offered up to Apollo the lyre that he had made, the first guitar from my point of view. So this is really a song at the end of the day about the first guitar. And there's a lot of guitar players here today. Apologies to Paul, we're not all guitar players necessarily. But it's told actually from the alternative view of the turtle. So this is the hymn to Hermes from the turtle, and it's written as if the turtle talked him out of it and suggested a different way to make the instrument. So that's what it is. Precocious infant born today, you stole out on your merry way to rob Apollo of his herd, escaping Maya without a word. I happened by and you welcomed me to safety in your dwelling, but you wish me ill and tricked me fast. This hymn will have the telling. And you said that by my dying a joyous sound would ring from here to Mount Olympus. Your new lyre it would sing. My shell you'd take and cut me out with a chisel cruel and hard, and all to make the first guitar and then go play the bard. But let me offer up a plan that meets your needs more clearly. A wooden box and 6 steel strings would do the job, or nearly. My hollow shell encased in hide would hardly ring the clearest, and the screams I'll make as you slay me will wake your mommy dearest. And you say that by my dying a joyous sound would ring from here to Mount Olympus. Your new lyre it would ring. But Zeus himself, of Kronos born, would favor you to spare me and fashion your new instrument from the body of a tree. Apollo's rage you're hiding from, as Maya's footsteps this way come. You need to slip away and find a way to his forgiving mind. He loves to sing and serenade all the gods who favor beauty. So make to him this fine offering and thus complete your duty. So you see that through my living I will help you build your lyre of rosewood and mahogany and 6 pure strands of wire. This gift to great Apollo give, and he'll forgive your thieving, thus sparing my poor family from their untimely grieving. rejoice as the first luthier. You'll become the first of many. Guitars will ring with clarion sounds across these lands of plenty. Homer, Shakespeare, Clapton, Hendrix, Segovia, Django, and Dylan will sing your praises for all time. You'll no longer play the villain. Precocious infant born today, you stole out on your merry way. Thank you. Thank you, Tortoise. Thank you, Hermes. Thank you, Zeus. Thank you, Apollo. Thank you, the Academy.
And I am is basically growing old beats the alternatives, right? Can't remember what went wrong. Upon my life, I don't know why. You were here, then you were gone. What was true is now a lie. I am cast out in the storm. I am crushed beneath the tide. I am dust, the wind is born. But I am here. I am. I've grown weary now and old. Every dream has taken flight. Every fire has turned cold. I stand naked in the night as my last hope flickered out, bursting forth to my surprise. For the fire in my soul still remains, and so do I. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am.
My father-in-law really worshipped his Uncle Ken. And Uncle Ken was a banjo player, supposedly. And so one time my father-in-law came over to my house with this huge grin on his face, and he brought me this really like clapped out old tenor banjo from like the 1920s that I had no idea how to play. And he said, "Write a song, like right now, write a song on it, And it just so happened that I was trying to write a song with my friend Donna, who was stuck for ideas. And so she went to Wikipedia and clicked on the random page link. And it took her to the Wikipedia page for Morton, Indiana, which is a tiny town of like 25 people or something like that. in the middle of Indiana, and she wrote some lyrics, and I picked up this banjo that I didn't know how to play, and wrote this music. And then you'll see it's like the capo's way high because it was a tenor banjo, and when I tried to figure out how to play it on guitar, all of a sudden I realized why it was so hard to do. So this is called Home to Someone, Morton, Indiana. Summer, autumn, winter, spring happen here as well, far as I can tell. And in those 20 houses, these quiet town folk dwell. For fun they have a livestock barn, a tiny general store. There could be confusion if they were cursed with more. Morton is extremely small. Morton's hardly there at all, but it's home to someone, and Route 36 runs through. Morton's not a ghost town yet, although it's easy to forget, but it's home to someone with dreams like me and you. Morning, evening, nighttime, noon, a part of daily fare, all that happens there. And in their private dreams, these quiet town folk dare to love and play. They make their plans, work hours 9 to 5 with what need precision. They live out their lives. Morton is extremely small. Morton's hardly there at all, but it's home to someone, and Route 36 runs through. Morton's not a ghost town yet, although it's easy to forget that it's home to someone with dreams like me and you. It's said some folks have missed it when they were driving past. They must have gone too fast. Maybe Morton, Indiana's like old Brigadoon, a tiny place that only appears to mortals every 100 years. Morton is extremely small. Morton's hardly there at all, but it's home to someone, and Route 36 runs through. Morton's not a ghost town yet, although it's easy to forget that it's home to someone with dreams like me and you. Morton's not a ghost town yet, although it's easy to forget that it's home to someone with dreams like me and you. Thank you.
Okay, this one was inspired by the great actor Philip Seymour Hoffman when he passed away. He kind of conducted an interview some months before he passed, and he was talking about his problems. And I was so fascinated because he was talking about how he has issues with pleasure. And I thought, well, I think everybody has issues with pleasure, but he has a real bad problem with pleasure, and he described it as he kills pleasure. He takes too much of it, and that's the problem. Therein lies the problem. So I was kind of inspired to try to reflect on that, and in my own life, perhaps. But this is not a song about me. This is about Philip Seymour Hoffman, by the way. Okay. Let's see here. I was shipwrecked on an island, so peaceful, so Pacific, miles and miles away from nothing specific. Although I lived in sunshine, I cast a long shadow. Although there was no war, my mind was at battle. Then the perfect storm of 100 lifetimes brought me to my knees. The perfect storm of 100 lifetimes. I couldn't see the forest from the trees. Of my ship scattered on the shore. Some were from this life, some from before I was born. Then I put them all back together again and set sail, although I'd been warned. There is no calm before the perfect storm. The perfect storm. Then the perfect storm of 100 lifetimes slammed into my shore. The perfect storm of 100 lifetimes. So I picked up all the pieces the wind had torn. Some people drink to feel good, but I drink to feel better. It's difficult to contemplate, it's difficult to measure. I kill pleasure. Happiness, if you always take too much of it. And all you feel is crappiness, and always feeling out of it. I kill pleasure. I kill pleasure. I kill pleasure. I kill pleasure.
on an island, so peaceful, so pacific, miles and miles away from nothing specific. Although I lived in sunshine, I cast a long shadow. Although there was no war, my mind was at battle. My mind was at battle. My mind was at battle.